Yeah.
So fantastic. So ito, let me just, meron akong nakitang isa pang question na very, very thought-provoking, at least for me, no? Hindi na yung mga prime. Ayan, okay, ito. Very important na. To Jed, sabi ni Jomar Bicar. Thank you for asking this question, Jomar. What do the big banks and mainstream institutions think of Bitcoin? Nako, ito, nagkaroon ako ng isang recent dinner with all of my friends from traditional finance. So,
Ooh,
yung mga
interesting.
bankers, mga RMs. And surprisingly, they don't look at this really in such a good light. In fact, if you try to transact across the banks, except Security Bank and Union Bank, iba-block pa yun if you try to transact using cryptocurrency. No? I guess that's one of the fears brought about by the recent hack in BDO, which involved Union Bank and also Binance. No? It kind of shaked the public's confidence in the institution of cryptocurrency. But nevertheless, the banks either have a very a nonchalant attitude towards Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, but unfortunately, some are really just they just don't like it. And Jed, for me, we tend to fear what we don't understand, and I think yun namang
Agree.
fear nila comes from just not understanding this industry. And of course, that's why we have shows like Fresh Money, and of course, alam to ni Jed, yung isa naming teammate and I are really of the going out of our way to just go to companies, to banks, and explain to them that this is not just a sort of gambling or trading use case. No, maraming ibang use cases for crypto that can really help you in your life. So hopefully they can change their minds, and hopefully we get to get them first before they change their minds, kasi baka biglang pag lahat ng banko may cryptocurrency na, para na ang Pdax. But that's why we're here, no, to give you guys access to cryptocurrencies. And of course, if you're interested, again, paplug ko lang, Jed, if you don't mind. Mayroon tayong
Yeah, go
sessions
lang.
on other use case of crypto. So, dun sa ating Fresh Money, it's always there. So, yon. So, unfortunately, it's not. So, try to do this with your bank. Ask your RM, ask your banker, do you offer cryptocurrency? Baka sabihin sa'yo, no, sir, delikado yan. Di ba? Ganun yan, di ba? But if you don't know what something is, you tend to fear it. You tend to... Ito pa, Jed, kwento ko lang. A mentor of mine, even a mentor of mine back in the traditional financial industry, talagang dissuading me. Talagang walang value. It's like, oh my God, you're so out of your depth. Meaning, oh my God, so sayang naman, di ba?
Yeah.
And those
I
people are going to miss that opportunity. Sayang. What's your take,
Yeah.
partner?
Just to add a bit to what you said, no, I feel like those people who are skeptics of cryptocurrency haven't put in enough time to study what caused this parang community to really believe in this industry, no, and why we think this could be the next step in the technological evolution. So I think people who are skeptical just need to really spend some time. I think this is something kasi the fault of mainstream media, when all they talk about is the hacks, the volatility, price went up, price crashed, price is going to the moon, but they never talk about the actual benefits and utility of
Right.
cryptocurrencies. They're
Correct.
always talking about the negative side. It's used for money laundering, even though we have a statistic that proved that it's
Yeah,
barely used
man.
for money laundering. So I feel like people just really need to find the signal through all the noise that they're hearing about cryptocurrency and really spend their time on studying it. Maybe they can see the light, no? But just to give a different perspective, since you gave a local view of how they see cryptocurrencies, no? But in the international banks, big banks such as JP Morgan, HSBC, they see
Yep.
the metaverse as like $1 trillion opportunity.
Yeah.
This is what they said, and they even have branches in Decentraland and Sandbox. So it goes to show that they're really testing the waters. They've also created reports. I think you can view it in their website, saying that they believe that cryptocurrencies, there's gonna be, it's really the next big thing. Even Goldman Sachs, I remember that was big news. I think a few weeks ago they changed their landing page when they featured their cryptocurrency report, indicating their bullishness in the industry. So as mentioned earlier, every institution and country, I believe, needs to have some sort of cryptocurrency strategy or exposure in order to adapt and not get left behind from those who are already a part of it. So I
Yeah.
think it's in that perspective that they're really looking towards the cryptocurrencies in general, and they're really considering of integrating it in some sort of way.
Well, I hope, guys, if you have banker friends who are not looking at crypto lightly, share the show. Pa-email nyo sa amin and we'll be happy to, try to make sense naman, try to knock some sense into them about this fantastic industry. All right. Yeah, meron pa tayo. I think we can take a few more questions. I'm really having fun with this, Jed. Answering a lot of the questions. If you have more questions, guys, make sure that you keep them flowing. So, again, the most thought-provoking ones will win 300 pesos worth in cryptocurrency. Okay. Ito, medyo basic ito. Ay, basic ba to? Ito, I think, feeling ko to, masasagot ko to. Ito, para lang matulungan natin si Mr. John Lloyd. Buti na lang, may maskara ka dyan, John Lloyd. Kundi, ikaw na baka artista ka, no? So, pwede rin mo mag-send ng USDC sa Pdax galing Ronin. I think you think, yes, no? Tama ba? They have...
Not yet. Parang I reading with our Slack channel. They're still fixing. They're still fixing it. So Ronin networks and Ronin tokens in general, they're still fixing the issues behind it. But rest assured, all your funds are safe.
Okay, that's good. So, not muna in the short run, ano? Sige. Hope, may pipili muna ako ng isa pang question para lang, okay, ito. Ay, kay Rachel ulit, no? Ito ba yung nagtanong kanina? Do you see Bitcoin prices will continue to go upward? Okay, so just to answer that quick question on a technical basis, no, we just recently saw Bitcoin try to edge up that sideways pattern, Rachel. So hindi pa siya talaga yung parang uptrend that we've seen before. Although there's some indication, again, not financial advice, I'm not telling you to buy this now. I'm just telling you na, from a downward trend, it now turned into a sideways trend, similar to how Ethereum also turned downward into sideways trend. Of course, markets do not reverse quickly. They don't reverse instantly. So normally, pagdating ng downtrend, they go sideways, and then before it creates that base, that solid base, maubos yung mga sellers there before it can go up again another way. So watch out, and then make sure that you have ang in-advise nga namin dito, Jed, for people who are not really too keen on trading, no, and something that you can really do with your Pdax account is to crypto cost average. I know it sounds corny, Jed, for most people here, but crypto cost, di ba yun yung sinasabi sa stocks? Well, even more so, right, guys? Even more so if the market and the asset is very volatile, that's more reason for you to actually do cost averaging. Paano ba yan? So you just buy yung cryptos that you like, and then you do it on a regular basis over a long period of time, and that does not only make you use the market's natural volatility to buy into these cryptocurrencies cheap, not financial advice, but most importantly, it changes your perception when it comes to volatility, no? Imagine mo, kunyari, I'm buying bulk every day, no? I mean, just one purchase, no? I buy, kunyari, $1 million in Bitcoin. Just tomorrow, nag-correct ng 10%, 15%, which is not strange. Huh? Some actually do, right? What do you think is my reaction to that correction? Siyempre, matatakot ako, di ba? So, 1,900,000 na lang. But for instance, si partner Jed, bumibili every day, no? So, down 10%, you just shrug it off, meaning that, I can still buy it at a lower price, given the impact of such coins or such tokens into our lives, no? What's your take, sir?
Yeah, not financial advice though. Just trying to paint a picture on what's gonna drive Bitcoin to continue to go upward. So I think in a long enough time horizon, let's say years or even decades, I think Bitcoin will trend up. Again, not financial advice, because we're still in the early phase of the adoption level, and lots of institutions and individuals and countries are looking to have Bitcoin as some sort of exposure to the cryptocurrency industry, no? So I think it's something to look forward to, as these entities are playing some sort of game theory, racing towards how much crypto they're gonna allocate. So eventually, I think over time, Bitcoin's gonna trend upwards. You just have to look at the long enough time horizon and zoom out to minimize the effects of volatility.
Fantastic. So, partner Jed, I guess we have room for 2 last questions. So one last for you and one last for me.
All right, I'll choose the next one. Okay, from Lawrence. Interesting question. After the pandemic, possible ba magka-gathering of traders and investors and with Pdax? It's something we can do, I believe. I
So,
think
yeah,
that's gonna
yeah.
be fun meeting you guys in person.
Right. Or kung gusto niyo mag-eyeball tayo sa fresh money, pwede rin naman. Visit us in our office of Fort. Sige, we'll plan around that so we can see you guys. But I think in the past kasi, I think Pdax was born in the pandemic. Ano ba? Diba? So I think we did not have a chance to do that. But of course, if we do have, we like seeing you guys. We like interacting with you guys in person. So I hope we can get to do this also, Lawrence. So sana I get to meet you as well. All right. Ayan, ako. So, another question. Last question na to, ha. So, si Reynaldo Lucas. Based on past performance, ano pong minimum return ng cost averaging halimbawa sa crypto? Nako, Reynaldo. Ito kasi proseso that changes your perception when it comes to volatility. So, I don't think there are, if you try to take a look at the past, baka ma-shock ka. Reynaldo. Cost average mo kunyari with the past 5 years yung Ethereum. Nako po, yung 10,000 mo, I think, sorry. I have some slides here, but I won't be able to show you guys. Make sure that you attend our other program, yung ating yung Exploring the World of Digital Assets. Marami tayong discussion. This is one of the things that we do talk about there, is that when you do, over the past 5 years, a simple cost averaging method of investing in your cryptocurrencies. Let me just take that out. In fact, ito nga yung mga ibang slides na sinasabi talaga naming not financial advice because nga nakaka-encourage siya masyado. So, for instance, meron tayo ditong isang example. Ang dami ng mga pasakali ko. Tagal ng slides ko. Alam mo kung mahirap yung sagot dito. Anyway, so yun. So, in fact, if you just do it, gusto kong pakita yung example kasi talaga. I mean, for as low as, for instance, mga less than a pack of cigarettes a day or less than a few, parang mag-skip ka lang ng exercise mo, then the amount can really result to millions if you do this on a regular basis. Again, not financial advice. But this is the way kasi to do this without being worried about volatility. In fact, it's a strategy that anyone can do. In fact, yun nga yung recommended strategy ko sa may mga trabaho. Alam nga namang 24/7 kayo nakatutok sa cryptocurrency market. Just do it regularly. What I do, partner Jed, is I pair it with I put a calendar during salary time. Pag salary, I automatically take it out and put it in crypto kaagad para may cost averaging. But soon, after 3-5 years, may result na yung cost averaging ko, guys. I-share ko na sa inyo. Sa inyo. Pag cost average nyo, ganito, di ba? And more importantly, hindi ka natetense. Dahil kahit mag-correct yung market, magkaroon ng kung anong gyrations in the market, you're still happy. What's your take, partner?
I think it's hard to say lang what performance you'll get by basing it on history because past performance doesn't indicate future performance.
Yeah.
So that's something to remember. And the cryptocurrency that you're investing on will depend on if it's going to stand the test of time, such as like Bitcoin and probably Ethereum.
Right.
So it's going to really depend on what you invest in. So it's important that you really do your research to see which cryptocurrency will really be sustainable and long-lasting.
And Reynaldo, just to add, parang if you're trading stocks, parang stocks din yan. So wag kang magkumuha ng mga basura tokens. Yung mga tokens sa konti lang. In fact, in our crypto cost averaging lesson, we only actually ask you to consider 2 tokens, Ethereum and Bitcoin lang naman. So, diba? But yun, kasi we think that these things, and again, not financial advice, we're not asking you to buy them or consider them without making your own research. But I think they really have the potential to stand the test of time.